to not be in a reactive state is a form of art. And what I mean by that is that it takes a great amount of control for you to be at the receiving end of, let's say, slander on your character, like somebody just spreading false rumor about you, right? Or just like feedback, but like really harsh um, critique. Critique is good. Peer, like, when it's like a critical feedback, is good. Like, we live for it. That's amazing. And when it's apparent, like, okay, it's just feedback. It doesn't matter how harsh they may come off in the moment, as long as it's apparent that it's just feedback. Okay, great, that's fine. But there will be moments in your life where some people may cross a line, and it's not simply feedback. It's them trying to actually take you down. It's them trying to plant seeds of doubt, and just doubt to the point that you take yourself down. You take yourself out of a position that you could fully fulfill and do excel at by simply stepping into it and actually giving it your all. But you may not realize it right away that they're doing that, and they may quote that intent with just a different kind of vibe, where it's like they could pass it off as them just giving you feedback or them just looking out for you. And so that's one thing. But regardless of that, in life, to be reactive is to really suffer, because that puts you in a position where you're always on edge. You're always feeling like you need to have the perfect response, or feeling like you always need to explain something and prove yourself. And that is no way to live. And I'm talking to myself, because that's how I have been living for a long time, as a strong people pleaser. And it was that there was one point where it was like, okay, as long as I could be the good guy in everybody's story, I'm okay. So I didn't even show proper self-respect. I would just say yes to everything. I would just, just be as compliant as possible. And so, people loved me for that. But it wasn't genuine. It was not there wasn't any substance in it. And me and them as well, both ends knew that that's just what it is. It's like there's nothing real there in the long run, except there are exceptions. There are good people out there that will look past that and be able to see you for who you actually are. And those are ones that are exceptions, and they're people you should treasure. But in general life, being in a state of reactiveness and people pleasing is like one of the worst combinations, because as soon as something gets put out where it doesn't align with your character, you will be in the greatest reactionary phase of trying to explain yourself and run yourself thin even harder to try to be something. You try to be something just to like prove something you can't prove to them. Sometimes your image will already be made up as something in another's mind, and even if you give them the exact reason, an exact step by step of why what looks like what it did, they still won't take it for that. They will still believe you to be what they want you to be in their mind. And so it's honestly a losing battle, and you only take away more from yourself by trying and exhausting yourself. So give yourself that grace. As things come, you perceive it, you let it sit, and you don't react. Only things you should be like reacting to is if it's a physical, like actual, like something that has consequence immediately and it needs a reaction. That's obviously like great. You should react. But in just verbals and just like regular life, like all these all these mental gymnastics, all these words to spread fire, and all these ways to just have jabs at each other, that is not good for the heart. And it's just sometimes you could be you could already be the kind of person that isn't that type, and you know how to like go about what you're there to do and whatnot without ruffling any feathers, but you're just going your own, doing your own thing, and still collaborating and making the most and being a good person in general. And even then, sometimes drama will find you, sometimes gossip and toxicity and just things that you literally didn't even influence will come find you. And when that happens, don't break yourself down by trying to react to every single thing and having an explanation for everything. Just hold your composure as it comes. You 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 still carry yourself as who you ideally want to carry yourself as, and be your best version, and that will reflect. You don't need no words for that. That will just show. And you know if there's 100 people denying who you really are, your good nature, let's say, even then it won't mean nothing if you're able to if you're able to be what you are. Because the people that don't have it out for you, the people that actually are just observing, let's say, even them, they'll be able to tell who you really are. And that's all it is. So yeah, don't give anybody that power by letting them take up that much space in your mind and making you feel like you need to react and making you feel like you need to break everything down. It is no way to live. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.